Oh boy. What up? Good morning. All right, I guess we just start implementing this spec. I can't believe we're about to implement RSC 1035. All resource records have, yeah. So we have, I don't understand what these ones are for here. Oh, 10, 12, they're indexes, I see. So we have each part, what is 4 bytes. Two bytes. Yeah, 2 bytes.
Functions describe the world.
Yeah. No, it's not Arc browser. I mean, it is Arc browser. What up, JD?
Functions describe the world.
the unsigned 32-bit minimum TTL field. Hold on. Alright, messages. All communications inside the domain protocol are carried in a single format called a message. The top level format of a message... I can't listen to this right now. Yeah, dude, I know. Elixir would make this so nice. Elixir would make this insanely nice, dude. Don't do an 18-hour drive with a 4-month-old. So we have 2 bytes for an ID. We have a bit for a QR. We have 4 bits for an opcode. These freaking dogs, dude. Alright, I'm gonna go take care of these dogs. Hey, chill. It would be chill. Gave him the old chiller be chilled talk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess we start from considering where I want to start at here. I'm probably going to write this in just normal TypeScript, and then we'll convert it to effect. Like, we probably want some helpers here. Do you play video games? Not as much as I'd like to. But I have certainly spent some time gaming in my day. I want to get through playing Oblivion again, which I started a character, and I want to play through, we just bought Baldur's Gate on my Xbox the other day. I want to play through that again. I played through the first act on PC, and I want to take the time and play through on Xbox. I am a grandpa. All right, let's just dive in here. Might as well do updates. Dude, you can never hang out around too many grandpas. No such thing. Let's see here. Tmux, yeah. Did that kill. Must have. I want to do RFC 1035. I just want to nail this outside of the effect package. Bum, bum, bum. Doing who's your youngest friend, and when did you last skibidity toilet with? I don't know what you just said, Kraut. All right. Are you reincarnated? I am not reincarnated. I have the body of like a 40-year-old, 50-year-old. Maybe we do want to do this in the effect repo, because there's probably helpers. I wonder if effect has helpers for working with binary data at all. Let's go ponder the repo, shall we? I'm the opposite of Dwayne Johnson. What do we got? Oh, wow. Data, datetime, deferred, defectable, either encoding, equivalence, execution plan, fast check. Fast check could be useful here. Are we really doing throat goat this early, guys? And by guys, I mean Andreas. What do we got down in here? Really for working with strings. Dogs, please don't bark again. Thank you. I asked. All right, we don't have all right. So we don't have really too much that can help us here. Let's just I don't know where I want to do this at. Fuck it, we're gonna just do it in here. All right. All right. I'm trying to think about how I want to do this. I'm just gonna start adding some notes here. 2.3, here. It is like mildly funny how hard this song actually does hit. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It kind of slaps. I can't help it. It slaps. It goes kind of hard. All right. Wait, what links above? Using Node.js streams to build a parser. Okay, let me get these pulled up. Mixed notes. Let me get that opened. And the other one you sent was Strock 3.
I speak the gospel of the dunes.
I'm trying not to use any
The sand is
dependencies
in my
here.
veins. Come ride a camel
But we
with
can
me
possibly
today.
use these as some inspiration. Thank you for the sub. I don't know how Inun Maduro, what up, Buffy? Hello, good friend. At least it's morning here. Do you have any suggestions for a project to leave a good impression on GitHub? I do have a suggestion, and my suggestion is I can't tell you what projects to make on GitHub. My advice is to just build what excites you and what's going to motivate you to keep working on something. Because if you don't build something you're excited and motivated to work on, you're not going to struggle through the hard parts where you get stuck, and you're not going to put as much effort into it. So just pick a project that excites you and you want to build, and your talent and learning will come through on that. Oh shit. I didn't realize that's who it was. Is it Nuno? It's not Nuno. It's definitely Nuno. My American butchering. I really appreciated your commentary during my React Miami talk. I don't think I can shout out from this terminal.
Speaks the gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the
What up, Tuscan
dunes.
Bear?
The
Thank you,
sand
thank
is
you.
in my veins. Come ride a camel with me today.
Nuno's stream is very, very good. All right. All right, chat. Let's just read this article because it'll be probably a good primer for everybody, including myself, because I don't work this. I don't work with bits and bytes and binary very often. Always a little to the left. You know what I'm saying? I won't describe which streams are, as there are plenty of decent resources available. One of my favorites being the Streams Handbook. No, what I'm instead going to do is explore a problem in the space that streams aim to solve, and take you on the journey with me. The specific problem I'm tackling here is binary message parsing. The problem is very dear to my heart, as this is a problem that I've spent a lot of time banging my head against a keyboard trying to solve as elegantly as possible. As Brian Winchester would say, just use Elixir as binary pattern matching. Well, 3 months, one broken laptop, and a lot of whiskey later, I finally managed to get what I consider to be an elegant solution together. What is a binary protocol? Let's take a step back for a second and define what a binary protocol is. Binary protocols are oriented around data structures. A binary protocol is an agreed upon standard in which two systems can share information in a uniform way. One place that binary protocols are often implemented is in constrained environments, such as an embedded device. On such a device, communicating over a text-based protocol, such as HTTP, may not be feasible. This is because text protocols are considered larger on the wire. Let's take a put command over HTTP. Blah, 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 blah. 131 bytes just to say hello. Using a binary protocol, you could send a TCP message that just simply contains 6 bytes, where the first byte, 0x06, is the length of the preceding data, and that data is simply ASCII for hello. All the other information from the HTTP header becomes irrelevant in the context of TCP, as details are handled at the transport layer, or not at all. In fact, with some more encoding shenanigans, you could reduce those 6 bytes down to just 1 by defining an arbitrary value beforehand, and then identifying that 1 byte as a hello in the parsing implementation. Of course, this is a crude, drastic oversimplification, but the point I'm making is that binary protocols can be used to encode the same information in a more efficient way than text-based alternatives. Good morning. Been using Vercel for a good while. It's been great. I've been working with TypeScript and React for over 4 to 5 years. How do I distinguish myself in the market right now? Feels like everyone does React nowadays. That's a good question. How do you distinguish? I would say, as it's similar to my last answer, but for better or for worse, to make yourself stand out, I think you really do need to be building outside of work. I think you just write and put content out, even if you don't think it's high quality, or even if it might be wrong or inaccurate. Just write about what you're doing, what you're learning, tweet about it, blog about it, make YouTube videos about it, build things that you don't know how to build, or things that you think are hard or that you've never done before. Like what I'm doing right here, I've never implemented a binary protocol before. This is a totally new world for me. This is hard. I'm intimidated by it, but we're gonna do it. And the more you do that kind of thing, the more you're gonna stick out to your peers, and the more well-rounded of an engineer you're gonna become. That's the too long didn't read. Actually, that was the opposite of TLDR. That was VLDR, very long, had to listen, which I still fucked up. For this article, I've designed a very rough proprietary binary protocol. There's no bit packing or anything of that nature. In fact, there's only 2 message encoding schemas defined. This protocol is going to be used to encode communication between an imaginary, self-sufficient biodome and a remote control that is used to open the doors of it. Words are a hard crowd. Write a parsing routine for a binary message sent to the biodome's command module. This parsing routine must take a binary data stream and turn it into meaningful message objects in streaming fashion. I don't know if streaming is going to be super important because we're going to be, maybe it will be, I don't know. I actually have no idea. I actually don't even know how Node does like UDP. I don't know what those APIs look like. The protocol will follow the type length value encoding schema for brevity. Every message will be prefixed with a header. The header will look like this: requester ID, which is an unsigned 8-bit integer times 4. Message type, which is a uint16, I don't know what B means. Packet length. So 4-digit identification number provided by the remote. It's the type of message being sent to the dome. Is the length in bytes of the message that is being sent, excluding its header. Thanks for answering. Everyone to learn about containers, and I made a Django and PostgreSQL with Redis on Google Cloud Engine so that I can pick up financial data, do something with it. Maybe I should post it on GitHub. You should definitely post that on GitHub. Oh, big endian. Got you. In a more realistic binary protocol, more information might be provided in the header. This will do just fine for our needs right now. The other message type that this protocol will handle is the door message. This message can be changed can be used to change the state of any door in the biodome. Door ID command. All messages are to be sent over TCP, therefore we'll use Node's net module. This article's code is written in TypeScript and each section is linked to an individual branch. Oh, that's cool. Defining message formats. Firstly, I'm going to do, what font is this guy using? This is Serializer, or Serializer? Serial killer. I can't believe I just said Serializer. God.
Functions describe the world.
Thank you for the follow, not Padfoot. Yeah, this is open dyslexia. I can't even say it. Do I have dyslexia and not know it? I'm going to use struct3 as the tokenizer implementation. The file structure initially looks like this: door header index. I think I can't use dependencies. I was going to say we could use a parser combinator for this. We could write like a little simple parser combinator. Parsing a single message. The goal here is to create a single parse function that can be universally applied to every message type. Yeah. T extends key of inbound message, sure. Property and key of inbound to street, sure. All right, these dogs need to chill out. What are we doing? We already talked about this. Go lay down. Go. Go. Hey Siri, turn on the Apple TV. Okay. This is useful, but it's relying a lot on that Strock 3 thing. And I don't necessarily want to do that. So let's see if we can find a primer. Actually, you know what? We can probably ask AI to give us a primer on working with binary data in TypeScript. Write a primer on working with binary data in TypeScript. The goal is to end up writing a DNS message parser for RFC 1035. All right. Always banger music here. We try. Well, I try. Sometimes chat derails it, but they do pretty good. Below is a self-contained starter kit. Let's make this font bigger. Below is a self-contained starter kit that walks through the key TypeScript techniques you'll need for a full-fledged RFC 1035 message parser. It combines conceptual notes with complete ready-to-paste snippets. I'm not going to do that. We're going to write it ourselves. Feel free to lift any yeah. DNS messages travel on the wire as compact, big endian type byte sequences. A parser therefore needs to read exact bit fields, advance a cursor safely through a variable length section, questions, answers, handle compression pointers for domain names. I don't know what that is yet. Avoid data copies so performance stays solid under UDP packet budgets. I don't know what DOT is. JavaScript's array buffer ecosystem plus TypeScript's typings give us everything we need without external deps. Array buffers and views. We can have a buffer. uint8 array is perfect for slicing and copying. Data view lets you read write multiple byte numbers with explicit endianness. I might ask them to explain this section more. I just spent a day creating my own result type and refactoring the APIs I managed to use it and the code feels so much easier to follow. Coworkers are all too scared of FP libraries like Effect. Admittedly, I am a bit too, but this feels like the nice way to ease them in. You could also try to start with Neverthrow. Neverthrow is pretty good. That's like a great gateway drug into... I mean, you already have your result type, so it's not that big of a deal. But it also has a generator API. What the hell is happening here? This is a really great library. I don't know if you saw my talk, Jaden, from React Miami, but I talked about the React type. Did you see that by chance? Where's Nuno's stream here? Heard. So the official video is not up yet, but Nuno had a reaction to the live stream, and it was I really appreciated the commentary on this. But I talk about the result type. There's probably some good arguments in there that you can help use to sell your team. And I also talk more about effect. If you're interested in going a step further and making an argument for effect. I talked at EffectTS in Italy a month or two ago, and I talk about like why effect is good, like the downsides, the good parts, how to introduce it, how we're using it at Vercel. So that's also something that might interest you. And you'll find that these two talks have overlap. I wrote the beginning part of my EffectTS talk for React Miami. So you'll see like, it's funny because you'll see if you watch the React Miami one first, you'll see the part about error handling and happy path blindness. And then you'll watch the EffectTS one, and you'll see that the React Miami one is much more polished, and like the story and the flow is better. Because this was the first time I intentionally used it here to like, you know, test it, feel how it went, and then I iterated it on it for React Miami. All right, back to our... Yeah, no problem. Tiny byte reader walks through a unsigned int 8 array and exposes typed reads. We get bytes. Okay. Parsing the 12-byte header. Yep. In fact, this might be a good type to have. Oh god, like, I've never... Winnie! Dude, when Justine is not here, Winnie barks at every freaking noise, and it drives me crazy. So we have a byte reader. Does the byte reader take a value? Yeah, it takes that in the constructor. It's true, I could get like swatted or something. So where did the flags come from? What up, Maxwell? Do you guys have anything in effect for working with binary data or buffers? Or any packages where you guys are doing patterns that might be useful? Heard. Just in general, any sort of working with binary data. All right, maybe we should make our version of a byte reader. I want them to explain this more. I don't use this data very often, or these APIs. Expand on this. This is going to be a learning experience for everyone. You guys are about to find out how poor my CS education and low-level skills are. Man, I like pulled a muscle in my shoulder or pinched a nerve or something. I have like the worst pain. I've got like a kink in my shoulder that like is like sending kind of jolts down my arm and up into my neck. Dude, Winnie's been driving me crazy.
Barking.
Dude, it's been so bad.
Is that why the canine channel is on?
Yeah. Alright, you want to bring her in here? We'll do it quick.
She's eating.
Okay.
Oh man. Same.
When she's done, bring her in. We'll do her ear quick.
Yeah.
Chat, you're gonna get to watch us give Winnie
Wrestle Winnie to the ground.
give her ear medicine for an ear infection. All right. Treats the buffer as a fixed width array, 8, 16, 32-bit signed, unsigned float per byte surgeon API. Sure. Per byte surgeon. Okay. $512 of zero initialized memory.
Alright, Winnie, come here. Wait, come here. Hey. Come here. Winnie. Come on, go kitchen.
Are we doing it right now?
Yep.
Come here, man. Sit. Sit.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Relax. Relax.
Good girl.
Yeah. That
It's
feels
supposed to make
good.
your ear feel better.
That feels good. Good
It's
girl.
supposed to make you feel better. I know. You can lick it. It's not gonna taste good. Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh. Parkour. Get out of there.
Winnie.
Get out of there.
Goodness. Bless you. Bless you. Winnie, bless you.
Oh.
Alright.
Winky. Get him. Get him.
What are you doing?
Get him.
Does your ear feel better? Let's go get Puppy. Go get your stuffy.
That was funny.
Boom.
You
I like the zoomies.
She did. That was really cute.
Cocaine tends to do that.
Oh. Hi, buddy. You come say good morning too.
Alright.
He wants to be included.
Good morning, Bodie. Good morning, bud. Alright, down. Down. Oh. That didn't feel good, did it? Dummy.
Oh.
He's not the smartest.
Oh.
Drink some tea and honey, Nightshade.
No, Nightshade.
Alright.
Oh. Hello. Hello, love. Oh, what are you doing? You're doing so good. You're a good boy. There's a person at our door.
What?
There's a person at our door.
No, there's not. It just picked up someone walking by.
Oh.
Alright, so the data view is going to help us with endianness.
Okay, I'm gonna go get ready for work.
Where will he get real honey? I don't know. Get real honey at a farmer's market.
Then if you have allergies, it also helps. Because it's local honey, so local pollinators. It helps. Go ahead. Winnie's in here with you with her puppy. Goodbye.
Goodbye. $16-bit big Indian bites. Little Indian, yeah. I forget. This is like bit. Give me a refresher on bit operators. I guess bitwise operators. Left shift, shift left, 0 fills right. Okay, that makes sense. Right shift unsigned. Shifts right, 0 fills left, no sign bit. Right. Mm-hmm. DNS header flag bits. I don't understand what flags is. All right, let me jump back to this hasn't talked about flags yet. Good job, Kraut. Thank you. All right. I kind of like the idea of let's define a message type. So let's say we have this interface, and this will be a message. We'll just say DNS message for now. And it's going to have a header, which we're just going to use as an empty object for now. Export, sure. Or we'll just do void, just to give it a type. And then we'll do question, void, and we'll type and parse one of these things at a time. Answer is going to be void. Dude, I get those vibes too. Answer, authority, and additional. I'm sure there has to be one. You could probably just ask ChatGPT or Gemini or something to write a markdown version. Like, it's definitely been trained on all of these. Or you could just copy paste it in. All right, so then a header. Let's define our header. Interface, let's export interface. I haven't tried yet, MS. See you, Jaden. Stop back in like tomorrow morning. I'd love to hear what you think about the talks. Header. Just call this a message for now. We know we're in the context. Header. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Something like that. Header. And then we have, it has an ID, which is, there's no types for bits, right? So it probably has to be a number. QR will be a 0 or a 1. Where is my OR? I don't even know where this key is. I hardly use it. Or 1. Then we have opcode, which will be a number. Then we have AA, which is going to be 0 or 1. We'll have TC, which is 0 or 1. and this will be RD, and this will be, is this a data remember? It is. Nice. RD, RA, then we have RZ, which is a number, and then we have R code, which is a number. We have QD count. We have AN count. We have NS count. We have AR count. All right. Let's just put, I basically want to, did that not work? I don't know what's happening. I hate formatting JS docs. I should have just had AI do this. Yeah. All right. And then we'll paste this in here. And we'll just say AI format this. And then we have our opcode. I'm doing this kind of outside of effect first, just to get it down. But I mean, much of this will transfer over. Format this as a JS doc comment. In fact, we can probably we're going to do this the easy way. Add refactor the text to JS doc comments in the header type, as we already have done for ID and QR. Nice. Beautiful. I like Code Companion, Ryan, because it's easier, at least in my opinion, to use and configure. Better RFC. Let's try better RFC, see what that looks like. Better RFC.org/ Better FC, not better RFC. Does it have its own dark mode? Prepare for a flashbang. This is quite nicer, actually. Oh! It's like glitchy. Sorry, chat, we're just going to stay in the normal RFC editor. All right. There we go. Look at that. That's some nice documentation right there. If you were going to build a well-crafted API today, what solution are you choosing? Effect HTTP server on a Next.js catch-all route? I might do that. I'd either do that or write a. I think Effects HTTP library has a utility for converting request responses or handling those or running those at a handler level or something. I kind of like the idea of the catch-all route, though. I don't even know if I... Yeah. Yeah. That's probably what I would do. It's funny, at work, a bunch of our stuff is still running on long-running servers, and we haven't migrated. We're working on migrating domains APIs over to Next.js, so this is going to be problems we're thinking about. I like Effect way more than Nest.js. I've built several very large projects with Nest, and I think Nest is better than just like trying to roll your own thing with like Hono or Express. But Effect is way more than Nest and way better, in my opinion, than Nest. All right. So we have our message. We have our header. Let's throw that here. Header. And let's see if we can get it to generate a mock header for us to parse. Um, oh, damn it, that just deleted so much. All right, here we go. That's funny that Tailwind color coded that. I love Effect. Yeah, I do everything with Effect nowadays. So if we do, I just want to play around here because that's in hex. Console, or let's go to node console.log 0x12 18. Can I have it? We can do n equals 0x12, and then we can do n dot to string, and we want it in base 10 or base 2. Yeah, there we go. And if we do $18 and just trying to get an intuition for how to map this to binary in my head. $52. Yep. Okay. One second, chat. I have to check a Slack message. Okay, we're good. I don't think that got fixed. Okay. Yeah, we Gucci chat. All right. So this example, the ID can now be 16 bits. Flags. RD equals 1. Wait, I don't understand. Here, instead of working, convert this to binary. I'm like breaking my brain going back and forth between binary and hex. That's just my font. Kraut. I think I can choose a different X, but I'd have to go like reinstall. Hold on, I just got pinged again. I'm not going to reinstall my font. We're good. We're good. People are just chatting in a thread that I'm tagged in. Fields, ID, flags. Let's use QR as 0. So the first one is one byte, 2 byte, or no. 2 bytes, 4, yeah, okay, yeah. A 16-bit identifier. So QR is 1. So we're saying this is a response. And count is 0. Opcode is 0. . I don't understand where. I'm so confused. Chat, I'm so confused. How this maps correctly. Mock DNS header. uint8 array. I don't understand where RD1 gets set. Because if we look at the structure, it's 16 bits for the ID, a single bit for the QR, a byte for the opcode, RD equals 1. Here, we're just gonna have AI. This is like how little I work with this kind of data, chat. All right, here we go. Creates a 12-byte array. Yep. Set bytes 2 through 3. Okay, those are those ones. So is QR is 0. Oh, I see. I forgot I have to like read from like right to left. Right. I think I'm using O4 mini or whatever I forget. Whatever I have here too. GPT 4.1 mini, I think. I use AI. And then if I am in visual selection mode and I do AI, it's like the action window. and DNS. Each byte is written in hexadecimal, base 16. The 2 bytes are stored in order. First, yeah, so that'll be the front. To get the full value, combine the 2 bytes. I want to find a cheap place to run Olama on a VPS. Or not necessarily cheap, but somewhere that is worth the money and then cheaper than paying for like one of the like if I could run a good model for under $100 a month and have unlimited usage, basically, that'd be great. My laptop's not good enough to run good models. Convert here. I want to see. I need to like get my head around. Why can't I? What is happening here? Convert 0x34 to binary. Okay. All right, there we go. I got my mental model now. Really want to give NVIM a try as I live in the terminal, cannot get used to HJKL. You'll get there. Turn on Vim keybinds in all your editors and just like force yourself to get used to it. Primeagen has a really good video series on horizontal and vertical movements. Horizontal movements, Vim, Primeagen. Yeah, this playlist right here is stellar when he starts going through like the movements, I think. Horizontal, vertical, advanced motions. Yeah, go through this playlist and it will help. At least in my opinion. Never seen that guy in my life. Okay. Let's actually use effect for this. And we're going to use schema, I think. And we're going to come in here. We're going to say import schema from effect. And we'll come in here and we'll say, we'll start with the header. I need to install the language service. We have a tool to do this. You can come in here and then we have plugins and it is at effect/language service. Is that right? I'm never gonna get this right. Yeah, almost. Buttercup, maybe she'll let me down. Then we should be able to go here and do a code action and refactor to schema. Oh, it copied the comments too. Hell yeah. That's so good. Dude, the tooling for effect is so good. And we can say export interface header extends, what is it? Schema dot type of header. Now we have our header. Nice. Nice. Let's add some spacing in here between the schema fields. Feels really condensed. And then we're gonna do we're gonna write a schema from going from a uint8 array to a header. And we'll be able to go back and forth. That's the goal here. So we want to say like const header from uint8 array, and that's going to equal a schema dot transform or fail. And I think it's from, or it's to. I thought it was from to. Transformer fail. Hold on here. From yeah, it's from 2. All right, so this should be our, yeah, UN8 array. So let's, and this is going to be our header. All right. So to get, I'm gonna go read what ChatGPT gave us earlier. So what is this doing here? This is taking the bytes and it is bit shifting it 8. Like I need to like, till I build an intuition for like working with these, I need to like do this myself. Right? So let's say we have R is going to be new uint 8 array, and we're gonna have, we'll do exactly the ux12 and ux34, so our 12 bytes there. R dot, if we slice into, what is the offset? Offset should be 0, right? And then what happens when we do 4608? Because it shifts it to the right and 0 pads it, right? Because if we do 18.2 string and we make that base 2, right? What? Yeah. Whoops. That's not what we wanted. Is it? Yeah, it's the same thing.
functions
Yeah, just zero
describe
pads
the
it.
world.
That's what I thought. And then we or with the second bytes, but we don't offset it, I bet. Yeah. That makes sense. Offset +1. That makes sense. Because if we do we still have R here? Yeah. Let's just say we get X, which is going to equal our R. We're indexed at 0, and then we're going to bit shift it to the left. And then we'll get, yeah. I think this makes sense. One. Yeah, that is what we want. That's the right value. Because if we get R1 and we say toString and turn it to binary, we get that. Hold on. We'll do R0 dot toString binary. And then we do this. And we bit shift. And then we get R1. And we say toString. Turn that to binary. When we OR them together, this becomes 0, this becomes 0, this becomes 1, 0, 1, 1. Yeah, sure. I'm just like working through this. Yeah, so that's exactly what I said. Great. Wait, is today the day the guys come into the yard?
No, tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely gotta talk before tomorrow.
I mean, I would hope we would talk before tomorrow.
No, specifically. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. What up, Neil?
You would roll the back of me.
Can I just like slice here?
Slice and dice.
Because we know it's always going to be 16.
Okay. Will you get the back of me, please?
What?
Then roll the back of me.
Speaks the gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes. The sand is in my
Yeah,
veins.
I just meant the back of me in general.
Come ride a camel with me today.
There you go.
Thank you. They came out of the dryer like this.
So if we say we get, let's say we get ID, and that's going to be I guess we can't concat, right? Like that's not going to work. So we do have to do it that way. So let's write a function. Get. Well, we should check the length first, right? Like we should validate length. We know that the total length of a message should be, I think that's up here in the spec, right? unsigned. So it's always going to be 12 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? 12 times 6? Why can't I do math? 12 times 6, 72. Will the length of a DNS header always be static? Is it fixed 12 bytes?
Hey, question for you though, before I leave. Should I make a dinner reservation or something for Friday, since everyone will be in town?
Sure.
Okay. Do you know if your sister's coming?
No, but if you text me to text her, I'll ask.
I mean, I can also ask her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot she's going to be your sister-in-law in like a month.
And we were also friends before this?
Yeah, but she's going to be your sister-in-law.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Fine.
Oh, okay.
How can I get the total length of a uint 8 array? Turns the number of element bytes. Okay, this seems fine, right? So we should be able to say let's make an error here. We'll say class invalid header length, or invalid, yeah, that would be header length. Extends schema.tagged error. That's not quite right, but good try. And this will be we'll say we'll get the uint 8 array, which will be a uint 8 array, and we'll just say length
I think you lost it.
number.
Good girl, there you go. Alright. I'm leaving.
Bye.
Go bye. I ordered more of those V8s and they should be here today between like 10 and 2.
Okay.
So, thank you for saving me the last one. Appreciate you. Love you.
Love you. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. I'll be home late.
So let's write a function then. Function. We can brand it too. We could brand a header uint 8 array. That's not a bad idea. So let's just first say validate length. And then we'll get a R, which is a uint 8 array. And this will return an effect dot effect, which is void, and returns a invalid header length. Validate header length. Okay. We could like brand this as like a I think we could make this like we could have like a header uint8 array, right? And it could be like a branded type. Or this would be a uint8 array, and we just say header, right? Something like that. And we could parse. And actually, we could make a schema, right? We could say, how does affect I think there's a I hate that the brand.validate throws. That drives me crazy.
Functions describe the world.
So we need to turn this into a schema. I think I do want to do that. Header from uint8 array. Effect. You guys are ridiculous. Finding a brand schema from scratch. Okay, we can just do that. Like we can do const underscore equals schema dot uint array dot pipe And then the encoded should be just a uint8 array. Whoa, why did that? Did that lose its type there? Type of uint8 array. Peace. So then we want to do like const header uint8 array from uint8 array. And we can do another schema. God, I can't get comfortable here. You're right, crowd. I'm feeling stiff today. Equals, my keyboard feels off. Everything just feels off. Schema dot transformer fail, and we're gonna go from a schema dot uint8 array to a header uint8 array, and we're gonna have all right. We're gonna stand. That might help a little bit. Part of it's just like, man, my freaking, I have a terrible, I need to go get like a massage or something. I love yoga. Real talk, I freaking love yoga.
Functions describe the world.
I don't have a balance board. I'm not getting a balance board. It's not happening. That's an aggressive song. And here we'll say, this is, we'll say return, say if uint8 array dot length does not equal 12. We need to get, this is like the AST, right? Yeah. We return parse result dot fail. I always forget how to do this. Parse issue. Transformations. All right, so we just say new parse result dot type, and it gets the AST, it gets the uint 8 array, and then it gets a message, and it will say header must be, let's say, header must be 12 bytes found so maybe we don't need that. Otherwise, we return parse result dot succeed, and then we will do header uint 8 array and just pass in the uint 8 array, and that should brand it. Or how do I get the brand out of that? Oh, we just use make. There we go. Okay, and then here we get the header uint 8 array. And we just return parse result dot succeed and pass that through. And what is this subset about? What is the error? That should not be a number. I don't understand why that converts to a number. Is there a uint schema.uint array from self? From self. That's what we want. EffectTS is like a standard library for TypeScript. So then we want to go header from header uint 8 array, which we come over here and we say header uint 8 array, and that ensures that we've already validated the length. Actually, no, this will be a uint 8 array still, right? Yeah. No. We want to go the whole way from self. So this is still a uint8 array. And then we're going to say header uint8 array is going to equal yield star schema dot decode and we can go ahead and say const decode uint8 array to header uint array is going to equal schema dot decode, and then we pass header, yeah, this guy, header, yeah, that's the one we want actually. So now we have this guy, and we can come down here and we can get decode uint. We pass the uint8 array in. All right, now we validated that at least the length is right, and we're dealing with what could be a valid uint8 array. So now we get maybe run. We need to get the ID. And to get the, we can write, check this out, we can write a nice little schema here. We can do schemas the whole way down. This is fantastic. We can do const header ID from header uint8 array. Uint8 array, and this can be just a schema transform. Schema.transform, and we're going to go from a header uint8 array to a number, and then we do strict true, encode sure, decode, and we'll come over here and we'll just say throw to do, and in here throw to do, and this will be, I like decode first, from A. So we're here, we're going to do what we were doing down here, right? So let's say const value equals header uint array const first 2 bytes equals header.uint array dot first byte, sorry. What? Okay. Get or throw option dot from nullable and then I don't think we can go the other way, right? We can't go from we kind of want to, rather than doing from a uint8 array, we kind of want to go from a just schema header ID from a uint8 array. That's more flexible, probably gives us what we want. Schema.uint8 array from self, and then here we can say value, and how do we go the opposite direction? New uint8 array. I wonder if I say y equals new uint8 array. So fresh, so clean. Nope. Oh, that must be space. TypeScript uint8 array from integer. If you want to convert it into multiple bytes, that seems like close to what we might want. So if we do, let's just say y equals new uint 8 It should have 2. And then we do first byte is, how did that do that? Be 6. What we say was 4660. Yeah, 4660. So it'd be 4660 and 0xff 52. That looks right. 0xff. So that's all ones. That's just right. Yeah. And if we go 4C6, so why does anding those together work like that? Oh, because it's only the first set of bytes. Does it go from the left then when I and that? So what happens when I and these? So it's 0 pads to the left. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. We're just bit masking there. Okay. So we'll say first byte, second byte. What would you call the I wanted to do this, and I want to say, what is, I guess the question is the leftmost bit the most significant in big endian? Most significant bit. Okay. So we'll say that, we'll just say second byte is going to equal the the value and that. And we'll say the first byte is going to be value, and do we bit shift the I think that's how we would do that, because we want to shift it over, the mask over, and that would give us the most significant bit, right? 460, I think that's what we saw earlier. We and it, and we'll do 0 FF shifted that looks right. How do I convert it to hex? Number 2 hex JS. Whoops. Number 2 hex JS. 2 string 16. That's what I thought. Yeah. 12 and 56 is what we want. Yeah, so that is the right way to do that. So then we come in here and we say first byte, second byte, and we return that. And we should be able to go back and forth. And we can test that, which we have to wrap up. But we'll say const decode header ID from uint8 array schema dot decode header ID from uint8 array, and then we'll say const encode header ID to uint8 array. And we can write just like a little test here, schema dot encode header, right? And let's say right here, we'll just do const header equals decode uint8 header from uint8 array. And we want to do new uint8 array. And this is going to take 0x12 and 0x, what was the value we were working with before? $52, 18 and 52. And then we should be able to say uint8 array input equals this should be lossless. This should be identical values. Oh, we have to yield it. We can do decode sync and sync. And what's the right way to compare it? Compare two uint8 arrays for equality. Whoops. We can just do a quick equality check, probably. We can probably do json.stringify. Const console.log, and we'll say equal. And then we'll do json.stringify input is equal to json.stringify output. Right. So let's run that and see if we got this working at least. Fun index equals false? Why? Not using header from. Afternoon, Mizzy. I think I did this wrong here. I think I did the first byte thing wrong. We should get that doesn't seem right. Is it this? How can I get the most significant bit from a number in TypeScript? Assume the number is 2 bytes. That's actually smart. So theoretically, Oh, did I just get the bit? Welcome, Raiders. We're getting ready to wrap up. How can I get the most significant byte from a 2-byte number in JS? Yeah, that's what I... There we go. That's what we wanted. So when we do 4660 and we bit shift it to the right. Whoops, we're not node. 4660 bit shift to the right by 8. We get 18. And then we AND it. We don't even need to mask it, I guess. Right? Do we even need the AND 0 mask if it's always 16 bits? If you use the signed right shift, the signed bit may be propagated, so this makes sure that you only get the last bits cleanly. Unsigned. Okay. If it's a 16-bit number, then yeah, that's what I thought. And now this should work, right? Yeah. And let's just like give it some random other thing. Let's say 69 and 42. There we go. Positive 16-bit number. Difference between and unsigned shift right. I think the header will always be... Actually, do we have rules? Any docs on the headers? Is the DNS header ID signed or unsigned? Yeah. So then value 8 is the same as value 8 and 0xff when dealing with unsigned values. So, given that, theoretically, this can become that. Yeah. Okay, we got it. All right, chat, we got it wrapped up. We got to play with binary, and we're going to keep going tomorrow. Let's see who we're following. We'll raid Props. Props was hanging out earlier. All right, chat. Have a great day, and we'll be back tomorrow and working on parsing more of our DNS message.